Oh, man. Oh, man. I get to deliver this nice comic team mystery box. Oh, man. Yeah, this is the right address, man. Oh.
My Comic Tim mystery box arrived.
I'm so stoked.
This can't be happening right now.
Bloodshot, Turk, and Exo Manowar. I'm rich.
Whoa, man.
West Coast Davengers. West Coast Davengers.
Welcome back to the West Coast Avengers. Doom, 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 doo, doo, doom, doom. Doom, 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 doo, doo, doom, doom. Now mine goes doom, 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 doo, doo, doom, doom. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the West Coast Avengers. I'm Dave, your host, comic book enthusiast, comic book seller, comic book expert, comic book lover. This is my show, and you are here. West Coast Wednesday, every Wednesday. Comic book claim sale, Sunday sit down. Every Sunday, that is my live show about comics with guests and friends. I have been a little bit on the hunt for a good comic book collection that has led me to a couple in very recent weeks, but I just bought the Mega Collection. This collection that I just recently brought home into storage is about 53 short boxes of comics, which is about 10,000 comics. Now you're thinking, wow, how do you do that? How does this happen, Dave? It is the first time I feel completely overwhelmed by a collection that I bought. And it's not a bad overwhelmed, it is a good, positive overwhelmed. There are so many comics in this collection. It's going to take weeks to go through this. I'm going to have to actually have help going through this and kind of pulling all the books out. There's a ton of variants in here, a ton of modern mixed bag of copper and some bronze and silver, obviously. This collection came to me via Craigslist, and I had just met up with the guy. He's about 30 miles away from me, and we negotiated a really good price for both of us. It met kind of what he was looking for, and it kind of got what I was looking for. Without further ado, let's go. All right, well, here's the first half, which I bought, all of it, and I'm going to bring it into the garage, and I'm going to go through it. I think there's about 25 short boxes in here, maybe more, maybe a little less. But this small car packs a lot of comics. So many comics. So we have 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 20 boxes of raw and 3 slabs, and I think I have another 30 boxes waiting for me when I go back there, which hopefully I can do in one trip. Might have to make a third trip. I didn't get to look through a lot of this stuff just because the boxes were stacked so high, but you know, I know there's gonna be a lot of modern stuff. A lot of modern stuff. There should be, you know, some variants. Should be some out-of-print books. That's what I'm hoping. You know, this is going to be the first go-through without the use of my phone because I'm filming. There should be some decent stuff in here, or at least enough in here, good stuff. And then we break even. Ooh, look at that, Tim Sale. Oh, yeah. So I want to take out all the Zombie Tramp stuff because he has multiples of those books. And I know that they are low print. I know they're sought after. Oh, yeah, look. Let's... Probably gonna have to blur that out. Yeah, so there's Zombie Tramp variant covers with a lot of nudity on them, and I don't want to get nailed by the YouTube police. Oh, you showed boobs. We gotta censor them because it's art. So lots of Harley Quinn, lots of Rebirth era. Ooh, look at that Sienkiewicz, that's beautiful. I've never seen this Frank Miller variant before. So I know there's a Spawn 1 newsstand somewhere in here because I saw it. All right, so we definitely have some 90s Marvel in here, but what else do we have? Deadpool vs. Gambit. Never seen these books before. So, solve the mystery of this. There's 3 copies of this Deadpool Gambit variant, and it is Chip Zdarsky. I do own an eBay store, so I get this little tool that basically goes back into up to 3 years in sales data. And there's the last one sold in July of 2022 for $85. There's also one that sold for $75 in August. And then there's a 9.8 that sold in 2021 for $100. So this is about $65-$75 right here, each book. Rising. Oh, that's cool. Revival. Yeah, that's another Scotty. Oh, there it is. I've been looking for this issue for a long time. This is Godzilla attacking the Space Needle in Seattle. What I'm really hoping for, he has a Scotty Young Ghost Rider 1, which is the Robbie Reyes issue. I'm hoping that he's got that run in here. I think this is it also. Yep. There we go. We got first Robbie Reyes in both. Nothing against the dog, but it is a strange... Jesus Christ. No, this can't be Bone 1 first print. No way. Yeah, 8th printing. Okay. I would imagine he would have known about this if he had the first print, but still cool. Now there's first Dr. Phosphorus. Maybe he has a Batman 423 in here that I didn't know about. So then we got a Batman Eternal. Now, the Batman Eternal run's not expensive. We've got a Bendis signed and numbered. That is not signed by Matt Wagner. That is definitely Brian Michael Bendis. Unless it's Max Bemis. Oh, that's cool. Little Scotty Young variant. Some Usagi, which is always good. I'm putting together a run of Usagi myself. Sleepwalker #1 newsstand. Smurfs. Snakes on a plane. Get these motherfucking snakes on my motherfucking plane. I definitely looked through. That's obviously not a first print, but it's still, you know, decent. This is, I don't know the condition on this, but I'll take another ASM 301 any day of the week. Probably go out this week in the West Coast Wednesday. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe. Ooh, nice little newsstand on the Larson Venom cover. $347. Got a lot of newsstands. Yeah, this is for me. This goes into the PC. A Spanish McFarlane. Got a Spec Spider-Man #1. Looks to be in decent condition. That's cool. A cool homage to Beetlejuice with Deadman. I can't even. Spider-Verse. Amazing Spider-Man 12 variant edition. Ultimate Spider-Man Web Warriors. Watch it Sunday. Like, what the hell's going on with that book? An ASM 66. An ASM 100 beat up. And it ends there. Got that Carnage limited series. It's a Wonderful Life. Wow, he got it for 25 cents at half price books at some point. Good pickup. Superior Carnage. I'm sure these have some value. Was not reading that. Carnage USA's got some value. But this was amazing. Carvel Comics. Carvel's an ice cream shop. It's probably was around, you know, in the 20s or 30s or whatever. But it's mostly East Coast. And that was the ice cream shop I loved when I grew up on Long Island. Ooh, that's cool. Darwin Cook. Here's that Silver Age stuff he was talking about. I'm sure some of this is worth something. But I like... Personally, for me, as a seller, as a collector, as a reader, I don't care about the Justice League. And I love Batman. But I like what the first book is, but I don't know what else is in there. This is Secret Wars 8 variant. Oh, here we go. There's some Star Wars in here. I'm excited because he buys variants. Oh, wow, that's cool. It's a fucking... That's got to be a 1 in 100 because it was a $50 cover, $50 sticker price. And it's in Esad Ribic, or Ribic. Let's see if we can pull out some of the hard to find Secret Wars variants. I've never seen this one. That's a Think Geek Neil Adams. And then we got a regular #1. We got a #2 variant. This is the first God Emperor Doom. There's the other. That's the 1 in 25 God Emperor Doom. There's the cover A. Oh man, I've never seen this. So he started buying variants of every Secret Wars book. So Shadowhawk 2 #2 gold. Signed on the certificate of authenticity by Jim Valentino. But who else signed it? I don't know who this autograph is. that an actual sketch, or is that just a... I really can't tell. Oh, wow, nice. Voltron #1 in a newsstand. Cool. All right. Ooh, little hip-hop. He kept a lot of his hip-hop variants, which kind of bummed me out, but there we go. There's a Venom Space Knight hip-hop. So there's going to be some. Ooh, that's a good one. Savage Dragon, signed by Eric Larson with Barack. 3rd printing. That's cool. And then a Savage Dragon #1 signed by Eric Larson. 2 of them. Both variant colorways there. Pulling out some of these books for Guardians of the Galaxy. That's a Jim Lee sign, Django Unchained #1. I can't complain about seeing a lot of Sam Keith work. One of the greatest artists of a generation. One of my favorites. All right, so we got some Mark Silvestri signed. Hello. Cool. Would recognize his autograph anywhere. Look at all those Silvestris. 4 in a row. And all right, some Scotty Young. So here's the Loot Crate exclusive. There's 2 copies of that. #1, the Think Geek exclusive. And then I've never seen this one. We got a C-3PO one variant. We got two different variants. Crimson Empire signed by Paul Gulacy. Probably should have a cert with it because it is numbered, but no. Got Dark Empire 2. So Vader #1, Jay Scott. Vader #7 previews. Heir to the Empire signed. Kanan #1, Scotty Young. And then this Kanan #1. So a bunch of Star Wars variants. A Lando 1 Scotty Young. We got a Lando 1 photo variant. We got a Poe print. We got a Poe Scotty. No, that's an Akiyama. Oops. We got the regular. So there's 2 different Akiyamas on the variants. One's a kind of black and white. One's a color one. Got the old classic. Shattered Empire GameStop exclusive. A couple copies of that. Shattered Empire #1 variant. 2 different more variants. And then we got... So I'm very confused by this. This is like some weird Star Wars Tales variant because the Direct and the newsstand both have the barcode. This just says Tales #1, so I got to do a little investigating on what the hell that is. Star-Lord. Who? Okay, I'll pull this one out too. So this is clearly a foil variant of Dark Knight Returns. I've never seen this before. Bookstores, there's no price on it. We're going to go right to the horror. There we go. Freddy vs. Jason vs. Ash. Let's hope all 3 covers are in here. Okay, he got 4 of cover 3. 5, 6, what the fuck, 7. All right, so there's number 5. So far, he's got 18 covers of 2 of the same books. What? Help. Why? All right, I really hope the rest of that's in here. All right, some X-Men stuff in here. Let's see what we got. Oh, there we go. So these are the Marvel collectible classics, and these are reprints of early X-Men books, but this one is signed by Terry Austin. It's numbered. Yeah, okay, so there's all the Dynamic Forces paperwork for it. That's great. That should be at least a $100 book. I was hoping that was signed by Lucy Lawless, but it's cool. It's signed by Ron Lim, even though it's a photo cover. Look, it's Ted Raimi, Sam Raimi's brother. Oh, there's a first Hellblazer. Oh, there we go. There's a Spawn 9 newsstand. First appearance of Angela, first appearance of Medieval Spawn, the most expensive comic ever made because of the Neil Gaiman lawsuit. Now, this is not a gradable copy. Unfortunately, got me $50 to $60, but it would have been nice if it was worthy of throwing in a slab and making big money on it. So he's got all this early Justice League. I'm not going to bother going through it now. I'll do my research on what issues are what, and I'll come back and I'll take a look if they're in here. But this is all Justice League. Oh, I've never seen this. All homage to Todd. Deadpool back in black. And the graded books are kind of like the solid foundation of this collection. Now, yes, they are CBCS, but when it comes to signed books, I don't think it really truly matters. Because not everybody's done a CGC signing. So we start off with some Kevin Eastman signed Turtles books. This is Turtles 21. This is the Diamond Retailer Summit variant, which I'm not sure how many there are printed of these, but check it out. He put a little sketch in his autograph. It's a 9.6 Turtles 21. Hillbilly 1 by Eric Powell. Both covers signed. 9.4 on this one and 9.8 on this one. Right here. Oh, this is the RRP edition. So this is the retailer edition. This is probably a really expensive book, or at least relatively, because it's a diamond retailer. Deadpool #1. This is the hip-hop variant signed by Kari Andrews with a little sketch. It's a 9.6. I'm not sure who this is homaging, but it's a Witness Sig. They do two different ones, right? CBCS does Witnessed and they do Authentic. Ken Lashley, Doomed, second printing, 9.8 signed. Let it go, let it go, let it motherfucking go. I've never seen Frozen, so I don't know how that song goes, but there's a Frozen #1. Chip Zdarsky signed Howard the Duck #1, 9.8. And then a Future Imperfect #1, 9.6. And there's the Deadpool lenticular. This is actually one of the coolest lenticulars. It's signed by Mark Brooks, and it's a 9.6. I do like this that, it says it was signed by Mark Brooks on the date at Emerald City Comic Con. There's the Superior Carnage #1, signed by Clayton Crane, the Crane Man. That's Comic Tim's favorite artist. That's a 9.6. Got a Batman Eternal #14, Dustin Nguyen. Wonder Woman Neil Adams, signed 9.6. That's, I did not see this. That's pretty cool. Brett Breeding, signed Thundercats 1.70 Signature Series. Scotty, signed Lando. That's the previews exclusive, 9.6. Oh, that's cool. Scotty Young signed Haunted Mansion #1 in a 9.0. I don't know why you submit this in a 9.0, but this is fucking cool. Amazing Spider-Girl 13, Arthur Sidem, Marvel Zombies, the homage to the What If first Spider-Girl. Deadly Class #1, first print. Looks like a first print. Signed by Remender and Wes Craig. That's cool. It's a 9.8 also. It's a good book. Got the Hunger #1, signed by Neil Adams, 9.8. That's cool. CGC. Death of Wolverine. Oh, that's dope. #4, signed by Steve McNiven, 9.6. Spider-Gwen Campbell. Superman Unchained, signed by Timothy Lee, 9.8. Eric Larson signed Walking Dead #1. This is the black and white exclusive. So, like, this stuff is all good to have. Like, even at $100 a book, right? Like, let's just average out. This is $100 a slab. This is $2,500 right here, and that's one of 2.5 boxes of slabs. They're not bad slabs. They're just not like great keys or anything. Oh, that's cool. Guardians 1, signed by Jim Valentino in a 9.2. That'll have to be sold this week because Guardians comes out. Jim Valentino signed Guardians 2 in a 9.4. Stegman 11, Wolverine 11, signed 9.8. Okay, so this is in here, and there's that. Wolverine #175, so you get your two Wolverines. Wolverine #1, signed by Scotty Young. Turtle, signed by Rob Gilroy. That's a great squirrel girl. Sia Ohm. So Sia is doing Joe Benitez's new Lady Mechanica book. That's pretty cool. And then just a 9.8 on the Spider-Man one. So that's slab box #2. Got the Scotty Young Death of Wolverine. Savage Wolverine Scotty. Harley Quinn Road Trip. And there's that. ASM 300 is not going to ever be a 9.8, but shit. It's still an ASM 300 8.0 newsstand. So, little hip hop. This is a 50 cent variant, a 50 cent homage, and it's signed by Brian Stelfreeze. Got a Rob Gilroy Walking Dead #1 signed, 9.6. Harley Jim Lee. So, a bunch of Jim Lee signed slabs, which, like this right here, $125 should be. Rob Liefeld signed Deadpool 1, sketch edition. There's the Stephen Colbert, but I wish it was signed by Stephen. I wish, but it's not. It's signed by Chris Hanka, who did the cover. Kick-Ass, this is cool. The Kick-Ass 3 #1, Adam Hughes, signed 9.6. Who's this? Ed McGuinness signed Wolverine #4. Thanos signed by Jim Starlin. It's an 8.5, unfortunately, but Detective Comics. This is a Stelfreeze Matrix homage. Batman, Superman, signed by J.G. Jones. Voltron #1, I believe. This was a hot book at one time. Kari Andrews. Maybe it still is. Oh, that's cool. This one, I wish it was a 9.8, but Stelfree's doing the Black Panther. Harley Quinn #1, 9.8. This is one of the best books in here, just by grade and by, signature series. Terry and Rachel Gladson. Harley Quinn #1, 9.8. It's another Campbell, Captain Marvel variant. Bryce, I bet you're going to buy that. Also, one of the best books in here, George Perez, signed Infinity Gauntlet #196. That's all the slabs. I still think that, just slabs alone for this collection is going to at least get me somewhat to being even on what I paid. When I saw this stuff to begin with, I didn't even look through all the boxes because they were stacked higher than 6.5 feet, and there was a desk in front. I spoke to the guy for a couple hours, and he was really nice. He's a big collector. He was keeping some stuff, but he really just wanted to cut 90% of everything out of his collection. And it's very interesting because I was finding stuff that he claimed that he was keeping. So either he had doubles or he really truly had no clue what was in every box. I'm going to talk about something very briefly. People always ask me, how do you find these collections? How do you buy these collections? This is not something I do just 1 or 2 hours a day. 8 hours, sometimes 10 hours a day. I'm looking for collections. I'm talking to people. I'm going through books. I'm looking at collections. I'm making deals with people so that I'm never at a loss for having new inventory. I don't want to get bored myself, but I don't want to bore people that can go to other online sellers. I want you to stay with me. I want to keep you as my pet. This is not an easy task. If you're no good at talking to people, you will never be able to buy collection. If you're no good at negotiating, you will find yourselves buying collections that are losing you money. It's all about being the first person or one of the first people to look at it. It's all about having the money ready to pull the trigger at any price point you're willing to pay. So that's also an important part. If you're just saying, oh, I'm going to go to this person and offer them $200, then you might as well just not. Because 9 times out of 10, the person's going to be like, no. It's just how it works. So there's a lot of factors that go into it, but in buying a collection smart to make money off of it, it's not something you just go into blindly because you will lose money most of the time. So I'm going to show off some of the slabs that I got. Most of them were CBCS, but the thing is about that, all of them are signatures. So CBCS signature series sometimes can be comparable to CGC only because there are artists that have never done CGC signing. You can't get a yellow label on a CGC book unless they witness it. Whereas CBCS acts more like an authenticator as well, where if they didn't see the book signed, they are well versed in the authentication process of knowing a signature is real. So some of the things that kind of sold me on this collection are these Kevin Eastman signed and sketched Turtles books. And as you saw in the video, he did a bevy of different sketches on this, so that's great. These always sell pretty well. I'm a big Turtles fan, so I'll probably keep one for myself, although I don't really need to. I do have a great piece of original Eastman art. This is pretty cool. It's Adam Hughes, Straight Outta Compton, hip-hop A-Force 1 variant, and Straight Outta Compton, NWA, is one of the greatest rap albums of all time. If you don't know, you need to know. Fuck the police. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, so we continue on with some of these Eastman SIGs. I mean, I don't know. I didn't look up values of all this stuff, but I figured I got about 60 slabs, so if they average out to be $100 a piece, there you go. $6,000 worth of slabs is no slouch. So these are all signed. He said this one was the death of Donatello, so we had him sketch a dead Donatello on there. One of the bigger slabs that I should be able to move pretty quickly is this Amazing Spider-Man 4. This is the first appearance of Silk, and also this is the variant, the Humberto Ramos variant, which is also signed by Humberto. It's a 9.8, so the best of the best. There's so much slabs that you'll have seen a lot of them on the footage. Come back next week. 8 to 10,000 comics is not one episode worth. That is multiple episodes, so please come back for part 2. We'll go through the raws, and I'll see you in the funny pages. Where's Steve? I gotta stop talking about porn.